Let me tell you.
Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. TeAma Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at TeAma Sweetness Copeland or her fan page, Just-in-Time Accessories. Or you can find her on YouTube at TheAnthonyBrownShow. That once again is Just-in-Time Accessories. Everything is only $5. Nickel and lead-free jewelry. TeAma Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just-in-Time Accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
The Shepherd's Heart AME Church of Royal Palm Beach. Contemporary worship for this present age. At the Shepherd's Heart, we're centered on Christ, focused on family, and united in love. We are a come-as-you-are church. No dress code, no judgment, no kidding. The Shepherd's Heart AME Church, where the pastor is yours truly, Reverend Liam South. We're an out-of-the-box ministry. Come, break out of the box with us.
It's on the table.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Anthony Brown Show, this segment that we call the A.T.L Show. Welcome, good evening. I'm joined tonight by my lovely co-host, Miss TeAma Sweetness.
Hey, lovely people.
She Savage is unable to be with us this evening, so she has a temporary sit-in. And she's no stranger to our show, Miss Adrian.
Salute, everyone.
And we also joined by Mr. Fashionista himself, Mr. Shorty Doo-Wop, Legacy the Great.
A.T.L. ho, we in the building.
A.T.L. hoes.
You know it, Adrian.
That's it. So Adrian is going to get kind of wild tonight. So put on your seatbelt. And we have a very special guest tonight, all the way from the A.T.L. Mr. Eugene Hayes himself.
Hey,
how you doing, Eugene?
Ready yourself?
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Great having you in our midst, in our presence. Oh my goodness. Before we get into your show and your story and your part of the segment, we have a part of the show that we call Dear A.T.L. And what that is part of the show is where the viewers write in and tell us us about issues that's going on in their life, and we answer them live on the show. So we're going to get into that.
Dear A.T.L. is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to TheAnthonyBrownShow at gmail.com.
There we go.
All right.
Ms. Adrian, you have the pleasures.
I do. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. So this is pretty lengthy, but anyway, here we go. It's titled, I Want My Cake and Eat It Too. Dear the A.T.L. show, please don't judge me. I've been sleeping with a married man. I'm 29 years old and he's 35. We met at work a couple months back. When I first saw him, I thought he was one of the most sexiest men I've ever seen. I mean, I still do. He's private, doesn't say too much, plus he doesn't associate with too many people. He's one of those people that does his job and goes home. I just couldn't get this man out my head for the life of me. I dreamed about having sex with him. Oh Lord, I didn't hit the button, y'all. I'm sorry. That messed me up. Y'all know I got a little excited and shit. Wait a minute, excuse me. Damn, I really messed up. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Damn, I hit the button and went way down. This thing that got me flustered already. Okay, here we go. I just couldn't get this man out of my head for the life of me. I dreamed about having sex with him day and night. I just had to have it. We barely even said 2 words to each other. But one day I told myself this is the day I will say something, not knowing he was married at the time. So, of course, later that evening, I approached him boldly and came out and said, I want to fuck you so bad. He was so shocked. He looked at me and said, really? So, of course, we exchanged numbers. Later that night, he called me. We talked on the phone for 2 hours, getting to know each other. Yes, he told me he was married. I should have cut him off then, but my body wouldn't let me. I wanted him too badly. We established that we were only having sex and that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. So the next night after work, we met up at his friend's house and had amazing sex. It was the best I had ever had, honestly. We instantly connected. We kept in touch. We would talk on the phone a whole lot. That following week, we met up again for sex, and this time it was even more amazing. Now, I'm not going to lie. At this point, my feelings are starting to get involved. We're spending more time on...
Keep going, child. Keep going.
We're spending more time on the phone, plus having great sex. So here comes the next weekend. He tells me that he just wants to see me and spend time with me, no sex. So I'm down with that because at this point, I just want to be close to him. We met up, we laugh and talk for hours. We have such great chemistry together. It's undeniable. So let's fast forward to a couple days later. We're still talking on the phone, but I noticed that he would disappear for a day or so, and I wouldn't hear anything from him. I didn't like that, so I just said I'm going to stop lying and tell this man my true feelings, which is that I'm starting to fall for him. So, of course, I sent a long text message about my feelings, and he didn't respond. I was so hurt because he calls me at 3 a.m. drunk, and you simply can't reply back to my message that I know you received. So deep down in my heart, I know this man has feelings for me as well, but I know he's trying his best to hide them and not let them show. So a couple hours pass and I begin to get angry. I see him at work and he didn't even speak. So I sent him an even longer text message of how fucked up he is and how badly he was doing me. Now, at this point, I just want to end this little fling. I tell him just lose my fucking number and leave me alone. I was done. Child, about an hour later, I get a call back from him. His response was he didn't know how to answer me. He didn't know what to say. He apologized and he made it clear that it couldn't be nothing more between us because he's married. So I allowed my pride once again and agreed that it would just be sex, nothing more, nothing less. So the next day he called me and we stayed on the phone all day talking like how we usually would. Now it's gotten to the point where he gets off at 6:30, but he'll wait in a parking lot or around the premises till I get off at 8. We're constantly laughing and joking with each other. He's making things extremely hard and sending me mixed signals. Now, that weekend was Father's Day weekend, and my best friend set me up on a nice date with a single guy, which was on Father's Day. I didn't expect to hear from my married friend because I knew it was Father's Day and he wanted to give all his attention to his family. So I went on my date, had a very good time fishing and enjoying each other's company. Now, later that night, my married friend comes texting me and asking me what I was doing and how was my day. I could tell he was drunk from the text because he explained he was upset and wanted to see me. I explained to him it was fun, and I told him about my date. Now, the following day, he called me and all in my business about my date, asking me who it was and how did it go. I'm thinking to myself, if we just having sex, nothing more, nothing less, why are you asking me about my date?
Exactly.
But at the same time, I have nothing to hide. He ain't my man. He's married, so he shouldn't be getting upset with who I talk to and what we do together. But he did. So he got very upset about me going out on a date. I could hear it in his voice. So now let's fast forward once again to last night. We talked all day once again yesterday. I wanted to see him, but he told me he couldn't come out. So I said, okay. Now I knew that the other guy I was dating wanted to cook for me and see me as well. So I made arrangements to see him instead, since I couldn't see my married friend. So I began to tell my married friend that I was going to see this guy. And I didn't want to continue to talk on the phone and be rude, so I had to go. Now this is where shit gets crazy. He tells me, well, I can get out tonight. Let me call my wife and let her know I'm going out for drinks. So he called her and she said, okay. But at this point, I'm heading to my single friend's house who I already made plans with. I tell my married friend I really don't want to go back on my words to him because I like keeping my word. Plus, you said you couldn't come out. So my married friend proceeds to tell me, you need to stop right now, turn around and come see me ASAP. I said, I'm not doing that. I've already made arrangements. Now I could tell he was mad, but I'm just thinking to myself, the nerve of him. Shaking my head. Anthony, TeAma, T Savage, and Legacy. I'm so confused because I really like this man, but he's married and I know he feels the same about me, but I just don't know what to do. I know I'm wrong, but I just can't stop dealing with him. I don't want to. What the hell should I do?
Ho!
Completely.
Ho!
Who first?
Shut up.
That was
First.
hot.
I want to say, well, she answered. She knows what she should do because she said in the letter herself. She should have not.
She
should not.
She should have said no.
No in the
Exactly.
beginning. So she should have said no in the beginning. But what it was like, was it R. Kelly? My mind's telling me no, but my body's
telling me yes.
So her body was telling her yes. She just had to have that good jug.
Her whole is
Right.
body. Her whole is body.
So Sandy said leave him alone.
Sandy.
So one, she should have never got involved.
Right.
Two, I think she kind of likes the drama because when she was dealing with the second guy, the single guy, which she should have been focusing on, she kept telling the married guy what she was doing to keep up the drama.
Exactly.
So she didn't have to put it in her business. She could just say, I'm busy, I can't go out tonight and leave it at that. But she put it in the business so that the drama could.
Whole drama.
No, not really.
So
it's a way to look at this.
Right. Come on now.
And person in that square down there should know better. You can sit there and be in something that's a triangle, but you're more like she's more comfortable. Her and married dude, because dude told her the truth. So they it's like they got everything out on the table. So you consider that person like a best friend. So honey, you just pouring into that diary because he poured into you. Before you know it, if you give somebody that much time, it comes from being a cut buddy to feelings get involved. Long as you hitting it and I catch you the next time I want a nut, you good. But when you start with all them phone calls, All that
There you go.
time,
Yeah.
you got problems.
That's it.
What do you say, Eugene?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. If it's gonna be a sex, leave it at sex. But we say that, but you do know if the sex is really good, you're gonna want it again and again
And again,
and then the emotions are already there the second go round, especially after the second set, and it's still the same as the first set, or even
no,
better.
it was better. It was better.
Oh yes, somebody's in trouble here. That's why I don't cut. Once I find out if they're a married man or if they're taking somebody else, because I'm selfish. When I want to hit, I want to hit. I want to.
See, that's why we friends.
Right.
So Eugene, you never had just a sex partner?
Yes, I've been in that before, and I didn't like it. Because when I'm ready, I'm ready. I don't give a fuck about who you with, your wife, and all that shit. No.
You want it, you want it.
When I'm ready, I'm spoiled. I get what I want now.
Meow.
And Adrian, what do you say?
Well, for me, first of all, if it was just sex and all she wanted to do was just have sex, she should have left it at that. The minute that they crossed over into the bullshit of having the conversations and the long talks, that's when the feelings start coming involved. She couldn't get, but let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. And Legacy, you know me and you about to go at it about this because I know how you think and you know my mouth. I'm gonna say what I feel. It's a given rule. A man can do what the fuck he want to do, but the woman better not do the same thing. And the minute, now, grant you, she knew what it was from the beginning. She knew he was married. Soon as he told her that he was married, she decided to move forward with it. Soon as them phone calls and shit started getting involved and they started becoming the feelings getting involved in everything, even though that man goes home to his woman every single solitary night, the minute that another man came in the picture for her, bitch, you do what I say and not what I do. I can have my wife on the side because you knew I had a wife. And yeah, I said we just fucking, but I don't really mean we just fucking because you ain't supposed to be fucking nobody else. You fucking me and me only.
Right. Men don't want to share that hole.
Okay, Tony, you got some comments down now.
Hold on, I got a comment right here. Sandy says, yep, he told the truth, but he is drama, so is she.
Get the head and go.
Get the head and go.
That's my boo.
Facts. That's the truth.
Here's William. Here's William, one of our former guests. Good
what
evening,
it is, my guy?
Hello.
Bahama Rock.
So what's your response, Legacy? Save you for last.
Come on, Legacy. You know he get Ray pouring on it.
This is a classic definition of whoring.
But what is the guy?
He's the one committed.
See, hold on.
Oh,
no.
He's single.
I'm trying to figure out if you want me to answer the question or you want to fight.
I always want to fight you.
I already know. But listen, we all have agreed that once she found out that man was taken, her vagina box was taken off the table. Supposed to have been taken off the table.
Exactly.
Not knowing that this man married, knowing she cannot have him to herself because he told her.
Right.
She still put her vagina box on the slab and said, listen to me. I only want you to beat my lettuce box up. That's all she wanted for her lettuce box to be beat. So then after the first time the man beat her lettuce box up, she turned around and said, basically, ain't nobody had done beat that thing like that before.
Kamal said couldn't wait to hear Legacy make the whole call.
You know it. You know it, Kamal.
She not committed to no one, so I'm still trying to figure out the whole in it.
It's not about the commitment that she has. If you're going to put yourself on the table for someone that's married, then you yourself you yourself don't value the process of marriage either. Because any decent person who is married or who is unmarried, whether it's a man or a woman,
vagina box,
whether it's a man or a woman, when the word marriage comes out, you should automatically remove yourself from that situation. But when you decide that does not matter and you put yourself as number 2 to be smashed in, those are whole situations. So not after he smashed
the dude, the hoe though. The dude is the hoe.
Listen, he's getting what was given to him. He didn't seek her out. He didn't go seek her out. She saw him out.
Because she faked him out, that makes her the hoe and just make him the giver.
No.
Shit of America.
In the beginning, the man didn't even bother her. She was already lusting after the man. She lusted so much that she had wet dreams and went and pursued this man to tell him, please drop your cock inside of everything on me.
But Legacy, where does that say? But where does that say he had a right?
Your brain tell you that's the way that was.
Hold on, everybody up here. What you say?
I'm asking you. So, and I get what you're saying. For once, I respect what you're saying. But what my question is to you: where does that say that her pussy only belongs to him?
Hold on. Again, where we're missing it is once that man told her he was married, she should have walked away.
But she didn't.
Agree with that.
We agree with that.
But she didn't. So at that moment, she's in the view of a lot of people, she is pursuing a married man
for dick,
which means that you didn't give a damn about. Even though he is committed to his wife, if he know his situation and he know how to finagle it to where he's not gonna get in any trouble, and I can still get this because this person want me, then I'm gonna get it.
Okay, so where does it say?
That make you a man, it don't make you a hoe.
Listen, I've already answered that many times ago. Men and our whores, we're promiscuous.
Right, but what I'm asking you, what you have not answered, and I'm asking you for a direct answer. No, you didn't answer it. Where does that mean? I'm asking you, where does that mean that she can't see somebody else because she's fucking a married man?
Ms. Adrian, I haven't got to that part that TeAma, y'all keep jumping on me about this whore box.
Get to that, please. Forget about the whore box.
Let me get past the whore box.
Let's pass. Don't ask him about the whoring no more, y'all. Because I need to know what the answer is.
Now, it was so good. It was so good to her that she went back for seconds, knowing he still was married. And now she's overly infatuated with the man. So now she not only just want to let him get it, she wants to hold lengthy, long conversations to know more about him.
As does he.
Other than smash and go. So then she turned around. And then she got so attached to where she was calling the man. And if the man went without talking to her, she was in her feelings.
But so where does it say
she got
her pussy belongs to him?
She got penis whipped off of 2 lashes. 2. So then you find out in the middle of all of that, you find out the man has an alcohol problem. The man is a straight alcoholic on the weekend. He can't even hold conversations. He can't even text proper sentences. Now you get in your feelings. You tell the man you don't want to mess with you no more. He's waiting on you in the parking lot. Now he's semi-stalkish with a wife.
She ain't never said that.
You still find a way to talk to this man. So, Bim, your homegirl who know you already screwing a married man, decide to hook you up with another penis, and you ain't even know the first one. So then you go out on another one. Then, like you say, she turned around in the midst of trying to get away from that and went and told the dude, I'm seeing someone. It shouldn't even matter that you was
That ain't what she said.
That ain't what she.
That ain't what she said.
But I noticed,
She
Legacy, you find a way to blame anything
No.
that happens on the woman. Both of those are willing participants in there.
What did she say?
No, she told him that he asked her about her day, and she told him that she went out on a date.
She didn't have to.
Right, she didn't have to, but she did.
But she did it because she wanted it to make him jealous.
Okay, so where does it say that because she did that?
Nobody. What you mean? She told the man something that she didn't have to. She
didn't have to, but she did.
In the beginning of the story, if y'all remember, it said they started always being on the phone. They started hanging out on dating levels.
Tony and my people. What's your name again at the top?
Gene.
Gene. Yeah. Do you give out information that don't nobody know about?
No.
Do you give out information?
If I want to know about it, no.
No. I want to know. Do you give out information that don't nobody know about? So when he asked her, how did her day go? She could have said fine.
It was good. That's it.
It was good. No, she didn't want that. She wanted him to know that I can be without you.
Yes. Since you got a wife, I'm out here fucking other niggas too.
Period.
I mean, I agree.
But shouldn't
y'all want to look at it because y'all got vagina holes? And
no,
look at
I believe along the box, if I'm fucking with you, everybody should know what's going on.
But what y'all need to do is call that lady what she was. She was a thought pocket, whole slut, beat it up, skied in me, let me go home, trash home. That's what she was.
And she had a right to be all of that because she wasn't married to a motherfucking soul. He was. And why didn't? Hold on. I listened to you.
The question, Legacy.
What we can't say is because guess what? If anybody else was up here married, besides TeAma, Miss Agent, are you married?
No.
Okay, no. But we're gonna look at it from a marriage perspective. If this woman would have been sleeping with any one of y'all husband or wife,
exactly.
What
tell his ass. So then you sneaky.
Guess what they would have called that person if that person was sleeping with their wife or their husband? Look at this whole around here sleeping with my man.
But Legacy, you still haven't answered the question. Why was she wrong?
That's not a question for me to answer.
But you're the one speaking on it. It ain't a question for you to be responding to. But you are.
Listen, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing about what she did on the side, man. I'm telling you from the beginning when she decided to mess with a married man, she was a whore.
And what the fuck does it make him? If she was a whore and she's single, what does it make him? What does it make him? It makes him a married whore, a gut bucket whore.
A married promiscuous man.
A gut bucket, dirty dick, nasty married whore is what it makes him.
Exactly.
She sucked on it. And she
that motherfucker's a gut
you
bucket
supposed
hole.
to be wholesome for these dirty dick ass niggas. Boy, bye.
She sucked on it.
Baby, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
If it's good for the
goose, bye.
That person asked y'all not to judge them. Y'all put them all in a hole.
If Legacy, hold on down now. Read that, Adrian.
If Legacy DOT or Legacy Dot write a book about the different names and characteristics of the vagina, he is missing an opportunity. If Legacy doesn't write a book about the different names and characteristics of the vagina, he's missing an opportunity.
Listen, because all the names that he comes up with,
I'm trying to tell you,
vagina, a lettuce box and I forgot one time the macaroni and all the other adjectives. Like man, look, he could even have a verb. He could have a verb and a pronoun for it, and be able to look it up. Be like, there's a verb for it, there's a pronoun for it, there's an adjective for it. Every word that he come up with.
And Sandy J says he's the married one. He should have walked away. Absolutely.
Exactly.
I totally agree with that. I do agree with that. But if I know that a woman is married, I myself remove myself. I don't put myself in situations because I don't. First of all,
so you trying to tell me you don't mess with girls that is in a relationship with dudes?
I have.
They don't have to be married. If they in a whole situation.
No, married. I have, and that's not a good situation. But I try my best not to. I really do, because people kill you by stuff like that.
They do.
Child, don't kill me. You can have that motherfucker.
Facts.
Girl, let me help you. You want me to pack his shit for you?
But I think that's why I really do look at marriage a lot differently than boyfriend, girlfriend, dating, and things of that nature. It's the vows that you take that sets the relationship totally different from just boyfriend and girlfriend. It's ownership from both parties that became one. So yes, I do look at that.
Shouldn't have started in the first place.
Yes.
Right. Correct.
My thing is both.
My thing is this.
Go ahead.
My thing is this. When soon as she knew that there was an opportunity that came up for a single man, even though she had started their relationship with the married man, when she realized that there was a man that can give her all the attention that she needs,
right?
I don't care how good the dick was over at the married man.
Yep.
Ain't no dick worth your attention, your time, your love, your anything. You could have gave that dick up. Because dick coming down the dick, baby. Yeah. You could have gave up that married dick and said, listen, I'm going to give up this married dick because this is a timeshare dick. I get the dick on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I get the dick on Tuesdays and Thursdays. She get it on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Saturdays. Right. I get Sundays every other Sunday. So I don't want timeshare dick. In her mind, this is what I would say. In her mind, she should say, instead of me getting timeshare dick, it may not be as good as the timeshare dick, but guess what? It's dick. When I want it, dick. When I want to call him dick. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning, dick. If it's 3 o'clock, that's how she should have thought about that situation.
If it's dick, dick.
We did a whole show.
That boy. You have given legacy something to boy. That timeshare lettuce hole, boy, that is up in the market that. That's that timeshare hole.
Remember a while back we did a whole segment on does good dick cause you to go crazy?
Yeah.
And we confirmed that it does. So she had got a hold of that good dick, which was the married man, and she couldn't let it go.
Only 2 times.
Listen, you got to remember, in those 2 times, he probably dig down deep in her soul and got into her, as you say, lettuce box.
He was a shando.
He was a beautiful new lettuce leaves back.
Listen, it was a closed leaf and it was a closed petal, but when he got down in there and dig down there, the flower opened up and it presented itself up to him.
I can promise you, it sounds accurate when Don Allen said legacy. When it said, it sounds like you don't even like pussy. So we know Don Allen don't, so it makes sense.
Well, we definitely
So
don't want it.
So we've all basically answered her question.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Dear A.T.L is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to TheAnthonyBrownShow at gmail.com.
I just want to remind everybody that who missed our last show Tuesday. Make sure you go back and watch the replay. It was Pastor Will Horn. He did a segment on everything that the Bible tells you and does not tell you about homosexuality. And he wrote a book. The book is called The Handbook. You can find it on Amazon. It's an excellent read. I think the book is only like $14.95 or $15, something like that. But definitely go back and watch the replay on that segment. It was very informative, very detailed. I mean, he even had scriptures that backed up what he was saying. And he said he's been researching this, and he's a minister. He's been a minister in ministry. I think he said 13, 25 years. 20, okay. He's been in ministry 25 years. So, and he did some thorough research. So definitely go back and watch that episode, which was last Tuesday. And if you're just tuning in, we're joined tonight by none other than world-renowned, formerly Sheena Devine, but now Eugene Hayes. And he's going to join us tonight to tell his story. And before we go into that, I think Legacy has something he wanted to share with us that was going on in the news that we want to touch on real quick and move on.
Yes, just want to get some input and how you all feel about the Derek Chauvin's verdict. The man received 22 and a half years prison time for the murder of George Floyd. And for the first time in all of these killings, and I call them killings because that's what they've been. They haven't been manslaughter. They haven't been
mistake,
involuntary manslaughter, anything
right.
like that.
Say
Those
that,
were right out murders that the vast majority, I'm gonna say 99% of what these officers have done behind the blue shield that protects them and cloaks them. This is the first time that I can say that that I feel that the American justice system has actually prevailed in the behalf, even though we can't get George Floyd back or any of those individuals that we've lost in the last, and I count, it's been going on for years, it's just televised now, but I just count from the verdict of Trayvon Martin, which exonerated George Zimmerman, up until George Floyd. It's kind of crazy that George Zimmerman started it to where it became televised, and George Floyd got pretty much got the verdict that could change how we view murders by officers now. So to the George Floyd family and everybody that participated in it, we at the A.T.L show, A.T.L family, continue to support and speak on this matter. And Tony will tell you, just last week, me and Tony I was telling Tony, we hadn't heard anything about the George Floyd verdict and none of that. And he's like, yeah, you're right. They haven't been talking about it so much on television like they once were. And to wake up and get this verdict, yes, it is a pebble, a raindrop in the ocean, a grain of salt on a hill of salt. It's a
start, though.
It's a something.
It's a start.
It's a start.
Because you got to.
This is the first time I've ever felt like that murder actually woke up some white people to the point where they said, you know what, this is definitely one we cannot acquit. Because when you stand on somebody's neck for 9 minutes and 49 seconds, that is not something, that's not a police procedure or any of that. And for someone to do that, you blatantly stood on this man's neck with your police shield and said, somebody convict me for this murder because I know I'm gonna walk away free. I'm gonna practice.
The good thing about it is, I wish he would have got life, but hey, thank God for 22 and a half years. But my thing is, his life is going to be basically taken away from him too, because
immediately
he's going to be decrepit if he makes it out alive.
He's
gonna be old because he's what, 50 something now,
right? So
yeah.
Listen, I'm I'm a retired correctional officer. I know what happens in the maximum security prisons, and it ain't no motherfucking protective custody in there, because it ain't hard at all to turn your motherfucking back if need be.
No,
it
ma'am.
ain't hard to turn your back. Protective custody is bullshit.
And then you got to think about it. You're going to have a lot of us black and brown people in there.
A whole lot of us. More of us.
Ms. Adrian, working inside of the correctional facility.
Excuse my language, y'all. He is fucked.
Me and you both, me being on the inside and you being an officer on the inside as well, we both know that being in there, it doesn't, especially like when people come through and they come in with like child molestation, statutory rape, anything done to the elderly and the children. Once you come in, every guard, especially intake get to know what you came in and what your charge is. Once intake see what your charge is, they pass
that information
to the, because I've been in jail, prison. I understand. I know.
See, and I never wanted to know, because my job was to be fair, firm, and impartial. And it's no motherfucking way I can be fair, firm, and impartial to a child molester. Because they're not the same as somebody that sold drugs, okay? It's not the same. He in there for life for being a kingpin, and this motherfucker in here for life for molesting children. I can't treat them the same. I can't.
I'm gonna let people get you in the shower and everything.
I can't treat them the same.
I'm gonna let them baseball bat you. I'm gonna let them broom you. Whatever they want to do with you, they can do it.
That's it. I can't be fair, firm, and impartial. I tried not to ever know what they were in there for. I didn't want to know what they were in there for because I wanted to do my job without judging anybody. They put me on a parole hearing one day, and this guy that was, you know how it is. If you've never been to prison legacy, you know what I'm talking about. You get people in there, get rehabilitated, so to speak, in their mind, and then they walking around like the model prisoner. And this motherfucker humiliated and just about dismantled this woman. And in his parole hearing, I had to listen to him talk about what he did to this woman. And I could not believe it. I couldn't fathom the thought of somebody being so cruel.
Yeah.
I told him, don't ever put me on another parole hearing again, because I'm less likely to, when this motherfucker needs help, I'm less likely to answer that radio, and I might turn my motherfucking back. So don't put me on no more parole hearings. I'm telling you now, don't put me on no more parole hearings, because I'm less likely to do my job if he's in trouble.
Look, Ms. Adrian, you'll be on that stuff of, because of the fact of you heard what you heard, saw what you saw. If they calling you and telling you he is being shanked to death.
What?
Fire.
What? My radio, mic check. Bad connection. What happened?
I'm on my way. Hold on. Let me.
Wait a minute. What happened? Oh, I don't know what they talking about.
Wow.
Yeah. But I agree, Legacy. It's about time. I feel like for once they finally done something. They made an example out of somebody. So many more that they needed. It wasn't the ones they should have. They should have all of them been convicted and been sentenced. But at least this is a start. And maybe it'll make these motherfuckers think twice before they come and take our lives away like we're expendable. Just like the saddest part about it is I'll never forget it. What hurt me, I have 2 sons. And my oldest son, typical young black boy, hardworking boy, never been in trouble a day in his life, got dreads in his hair. And when that shit was happening right around the George Floyd time, he was coming, he was at work in his work truck, got into an accident with this white man that was turning the corner. He was in a turning lane. And instead of him turning, he goes straight and he hit my son. So because my son is in the work truck, he had to pull over, call the police, and he was around the corner from my house. And to hear the fear in my child's voice, because the police was called, even though he had done nothing. He was like, "Ma, I just got into an accident." He said, "Can you come around?" He didn't ask me to come, but I heard the cry in his voice. I got into an accident. And I was like, "Where are you at?" He said, "I'm right around the corner." And it's just like he was almost losing his breath. And when he saw me cut that corner, because a bitch got there in 2.2 seconds running red lights and every motherfucking thing. Pulling right up in there just like Madea, okay?
What we'll do for our kids.
Pulling right up in that parking like motherfucking Madea, because I said they going to have to kill me today before they fuck with mine. So when I pulled up, just seeing the relief in my son's face at me being there, it frustrated me. It frustrated me because why does my child, who does nothing, who's bothered nobody, too afraid to call the people who are supposed to protect and serve for fear of his life being in danger?
It's really sad. It's really sad, Miss Adrian, that we live in a society that because I have a son and I have 2 grandsons. And so it's sad that we live in a society where our children have to be afraid to call the people, like you said, that's supposed to protect them. Just like today, my 2 nephews were racially profiled in the park, minding their business. My sister called me, which I call her my sister. My sister called me today and said, let me tell you, your nephews were racially profiled in the park. They were in the park, having a good time, enjoying themselves. A Caucasian lady called the security.
Karen.
Call the security talking about those 2 adult men are in the park. And they were just boys. And she felt uncomfortable.
Wow. Interesting.
I swear we can't do nothing. Breathing while black. Did y'all see the story about the lady who got a $300 and some ticket because her neighbors called the police on her and she got a fucking ticket for talking too loud in front of a house that she paid bills in? A ticket. Got a ticket. I said, damn, we can't even. And we can't even. And then what made me mad was so many of our black people talking about, well, y'all do be loud. Guess what? I pay $2,200 a motherfucking month for this bitch. And if I want to scream to the top of my motherfucking lungs, ain't a bitch gonna tell me I can't talk where I pay rent at. Fuck them. But it's now we can't even talk while being black. Like, come on. And they sent like 6 to 8 cops out there. Because the lady was talking loud on her phone.
And barbecue.
Okay.
We can't do nothing. I was like, damn, we get tickets now for talking loud while we black.
Wow.
Can't do nothing.
They're scared. That's fear. That's the sign of fear.
But the lady was sitting on her front, in her front of her, and she, you know how you be on the phone and you pace back and forth. She's pacing back and forth. She's talking on her phone. And the thing about it, the people that were saying she probably was loud, I watched the video of the woman, and you know, there are some loud, ignorant ass people out here. She wasn't even like that. She didn't even have that tone. She may have been laughing or talking or whatever. Now, I don't know what they heard prior to them getting there. But if she was the one that they try to stereotype, you can't tone them hoes down. They don't care who come around. They're going to still keep screaming. You know that.
Let me say this. Let me say this before we step a little further, especially on that, Ms. Adrian. This is the problem. We always want to live and be somewhere where they are. We so that same individual is probably scared to live in a black neighborhood. So when she go live out there with Carolyn them, and her voice sound like our voice, Carolyn wants you to get the hell from around here.
Right, because she don't want you there no way.
Exactly. So what we got to do is learn to build our people back, to understand.
Right.
That wouldn't have bothered me and you and TeAma and everybody on the panel. It wouldn't have bothered nobody because it was like, I guess you let argue. We hear that shit all the time.
Right.
But now gunshots, we might want to know what's going on.
Right. But, like, who the hell out there shooting? Look, or is them firecrackers?
Yeah, exactly. But we have to learn. Every time I turn around, we are. Listen, when you build houses on an area of land that has been snake infested, and then you go and build on top of this. Snake, you can't get mad when a snake sneak up on you and bite you in your ass. You went in the area where snakes are. So don't say, oh, the snake is uninhabitable. They all around us. No, you built your foundation on on unsolid on hollow ground to where you can be built. Yes, I do. Yes, we are a little rowdy. Yes, we are. That's us. We get a little rowdy.
That's what we do. We get excited.
That's how we relate to each other sometimes. But in white culture, you can look at it from polices. You can look at it from people that's in supervisor head positions and jobs. When black people voice tend to elevate above what white people, they go into fear.
Right.
And the
they
only
do.
thing they know after they start to fear is police. And when police get there, you know how many people have been killed by police who say that the person's voice made them feel like they was getting agitated and felt like they made them fear for their lives. People, and it's always us. But I don't see white people who sit in their damn truck dying from telling the police you ain't finna arrest me and drag police down the road in their damn truck.
Right. Come on now.
That's because they know we gonna beat them. They have a chance with them. They know how they ain't got that much rumble. But we are animals.
Let's move on real quick.
Make sure you go over to Goalie.com and get your Goalie gummies today. They have 3 selections, 3 choices to choose from. They have the apple cider vinegar, the ashwagandha, and new, they now have the superfruit. In addition to going over to GoalieGummies.com, make sure you use the A.T.L as your discount code and receive a huge discount. It supports the channel and the podcast. In addition to all of that, the gummies, they're a source of antioxidant. They have vitamins B9, B12, promotes general good health, helps improve your daily health, contains pectin, a source of dietary fiber, uses pectin as a natural prebiotic to support the healthy gut and immune system, includes the mother, a healthy strain of bacteria, antioxidants, and enzymes. Mask the unpleasant taste of the apple cider vinegar. It's simple, it's delicious, it's Goalie.
She said it at Pinewood, gunshots or fireworks or firecrackers. Wow.
Right.
Listen, I just want to remind everybody, definitely go over and grab your Goalie gummies. And when you go to Goalie.com, make sure you use the discount code TheATL, one word. It helps support the channel. We get a little kickback for that, and we appreciate that so much. And also, the link below in the description, go ahead and buy your shirts. We have the A.T.L shirts. We have the Anthony Brown Show shirts. So go over there and get your shirts as well, merchandise. The link is below. And then it also supports the channel as well. So moving right along, we have Eugene Hayes.
Hello.
This is all your segment. This is our last interview for the season. After this interview, we have one more show, which we have no guests on the next show, and then we're done for a month, and then we come back for our new season in August. So we save the best for last.
Amen. My favorite.
Thank you.
Eugene,
What's happening?
do me a favor.
What's up?
Tell them A.T.L ho.
But you know,
A.T.L.
first,
ho.
I'm 305 first.
Okay, well, tell
All
them.
they live first.
305, we hear you on 561.
Yeah, 305-561-954-754.
Oh, hey, Legacy, what it is you didn't explain to him what the ATL hold mean.
No,
The ATL show.
I know.
He think you talking about ATL Atlanta.
Yeah, what's ATL show?
Anthony, TeAma, T Savage, and Legacy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There you go. You didn't explain it. That's why he didn't know what he thought you was talking about ATL the city.
Right. Hold up.
I thought your mother in love did all that.
No.
No,
Yes, 305.
But you still ain't said it. I need to hear A.T.L.
ATL.
You know it.
I like that. That's a good name. Okay.
The burning question that I had when I first caught wind or inkling that that you were no longer I want to make sure I'm politically correct in my verbiage, that you were no longer doing female impersonations or transgender,
or living as a trans woman also, because
that you were no longer going to live as a trans woman.
Mm-hmm.
I was baffled because, like I said, when I first saw you, first 2 times I saw you was you were on stage performing, and I was blown away at how beautiful that you were.
Thank you.
Okay. And then I saw you again months later at there was a pageant, I think it was in Fort Lauderdale or Miami, but you weren't performing and you weren't participating. You were just there as a spectator, jeans, blouse, big breasts, and long hair. And I saw like a Gabrielle Union or a Vivica Fox. I was like, well, this is a bad bitch.
Hey,
you know?
I was like, that's my auntie.
You know, I'm like, why is she here? She's out of place. And people are like, you know what that is? I'm like, who? And the artist probably known as Sheena. And
Thank you, T. Savage.
They were saying, you know what that is? I'm like, no. And then they told me who you were. I was like, oh, from the club. They're like, yeah. So even though at the time you were still living as a transgender woman, in and out of your get up, you still had 2 different looks, and but both were stunning, I must say.
Thank you.
So both was exceptionally stunning, and all. And then when I heard that you were no longer living as a transgender woman, I was like, what? You know, and then all kind of thoughts went through my mind. So I said, well, rather than create a thought and put the wrong information out, what better thing to do is to hear directly from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
So I said, like I said, this is our last interview for the season. We started this show back in November. TeAma and I was only 2. It was just us 2, host and co-host, and we interviewed Legacy. So, some stuff was going on in his personal life, so he was actually our first interview.
Oh, okay.
Well, that video don't exist no more because there's too much evidence in there.
Oh.
Nail him to the cross.
So we ever release that video, all hell gonna break loose. So nevertheless, so like I said, so we're saving our first season, the last show, for the best. So I wanted to know what got into you, a birdie in your ear that said, stop doing this.
Well, Tony, nobody ever asked. They just assumed automatically, oh, you're a girl now, so okay, you're this woman. They never asked, are you gonna stop one day, or what's gonna happen when you get older? Nobody ever asked. I knew from day one when I was getting the silicone done to my chest and my body, when I was getting altering my looks, I knew already, okay, but when I'm done with the stage, I'm going to revert back to a guy, because anything that's done by men, it can be undone.
Right.
True.
Because that was an add-on. So anything added on, you could just take it off somehow. So I already knew eventually I was going to stop once I'm done with the stage and the shows, because that's what I actually did everything for, was for the stage. It was very competitive. The easier on the eye you were to the people, the more money you made.
Right.
And
the
you
more
were
you was
making
well known.
Baby, you made coins.
Woo!
Sheena didn't have to move. Just stuck there.
I say I want to make $1 million off my trunk. Sheena made $1 million off her check.
I saw the last show you did where TeAma and my roommate Junior went to see you. I guess it was your farewell performance or something.
Was that in Palm Beach?
No, Atlanta.
Oh, in Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta. Yeah, that was the last.
TeAma had it on her Facebook page, and I brought it up on the show one day. It was after the show was over, and we were backstage like we was earlier, and I shared it with just us, the cast, because Legacy is the only heterosexual male on the show, and Adrian is the heterosexual female. So, but Adrian's a little bit more open-minded because she's probably been to gay clubs and stuff like that. But Legacy hasn't. So I showed him, and he was kind of blown away. You was dropping like it's hot. You was doing the Megan Thee Stallion. You was doing the Trina. You was doing it all. You know, I was like, my God, those got to be something like supersonic knees.
Well, you know, I'm heavy in the gym now. I work out like 6 times a day, 6 times a week. So,
oh damn,
that didn't bother me at all.
Because as
you don't see them arms, baby got body.
I mean, I'm doing a little something here. You know, I'm getting a little something here. Nothing major.
Baby got body.
So
He tried to do my move. I saw you trying to do my move.
So let me ask you this: so you're no longer living as a transgender woman, but you're still a part of the LGBT community.
Yes.
Okay. See, that's where I was confused because the rumor was that because of family, you said I'm giving it all up and I'm gonna live a heterosexual life.
Yeah, I thought you were delivered.
not delivered.
Time out.
God, Andrew Caldwell.
I'll give you
Rewind.
a little family history here.
Okay.
Well, on my mom's side, I'm the only guy, only boy. I was the middle child. I have an older sister, then it's me, then I have a younger sister. On my father's side, it's my older sister, then I had an older brother, and then it was me. So, at first, I mean, my mom knew from when I was a kid, I was gay. I got called the faggot names from family, you know, and here I am like 5, 6 years old. I'm enduring all this. I already knew at that time what I was. I was gay. I had my first experience in the 3rd grade, and that's all I knew. I knew I was attracted to women. It bothered me slightly, you know. Every now and then I would get up and
early.
Oh yeah, I was fucking down. I was already hunching. You was hunching. You was hunching the girls, huh?
I was kissing boys when I was 5 and 6.
Yes. You was humping.
Right.
Playing house or
Playing house, 7-Eleven,
or playing doctor.
mothers and fathers.
Playing doctor.
I know.
I played doctor with boys, not girls.
I'm right. I'm
And house.
boys.
Yes.
Yes, I love to play house. I told y'all I was a young slut. I love playing house.
Miss Angel, you crazy.
Yes, I was.
Miss Edwin said she was a young slut.
And so imagine she already knew she was attracted to men.
Right.
From
Yes.
From my childhood, I knew I was attracted to men.
I kept Bobby and Ken hunching.
Hello? Completely.
Lord.
My neighbor was hunching in the bushes.
So at third grade, that's 8 years old. So 8 years old, you knew you was attracted to men.
Even younger. But my first experience was in the 3rd grade. But even younger, like first and second grade, I knew I didn't like no girls. I seen all the boys up on these girls. I was like, ew. Yeah. So, and then to say the least, I was brought up mainly around all women. My father wasn't in my life. I was raised around my mom, grandmom, aunts, and I saw how they was carrying themselves. And
so you became a product of your environment.
It was a part of my environment. It's just so easy. It was so easy for me to slip into being a trans woman because I love the stage. I love acting. I love being in front of a large amount of people. So. And
you love coins.
And the money. My first show, Tony, I made $10 in tips at a finals at Zippers, which is known as, yes. I made $10 and thought I had broke the show and said, oh, baby, I'll be back.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, and you don't have to necessarily answer this, but what's the most you ever made at one time in a performance?
Altogether, $2,300 in 15 minutes.
Damn. Yes, I can believe it.
Let me tell you, when baby
you was fine.
I'm gonna go get my dress.
Look, like I said, Sheena is the only person I've ever known was the only person I've ever known could go to a show, stand there like a statue,
and do
not
nothing
move,
and get money.
not dance, not do one single move, just lip sync and move them mouth and just stand there and have their hand out just like this. I used to be so amazed. I'm like, she ain't doing shit, and people walking up to her. I'm like, just stand there and do this.
Eugene, you were so beautiful and mesmerizing to the point where even lesbians was in love with you.
Tony, and that's where we come into the part with the silicone injections and the hormones, because I was hungry for that life, the showbiz. Mama said, if you're gonna do it, you better be the best at it. Damn it.
He's the best.
Hey, look, and you was your mama twin, so you had to.
Mama called me her twin. Mama, it was sort of harder for her at first to accept it because she was scared. Mama was a nurse. So the girls that was out there hookering, you know, they were coming into the hospital. Some girls had potash thrown in their face.
What did you say they was what?
Hookering. They was hoes, bitch. Look, hoes.
Whoring.
They was on the strip before Lauderdale. What they used to call that strip? Where they hooked at, Eugene? Sistrunk. They was out there on Sistrunk.
I know about Miami, 79th Street.
79th Street, yeah.
79th Street in Miami, Sistrunk and Fort Lauderdale.
So she was a nurse, so she was seeing what was coming in the door, you know, those girls.
And it scared her.
It scared her, and then I was her only son, so she didn't want anything to happen to me. She just wanted me to be happy. But what changed her mind was one day Mama was easy to pick up on gay people. It was a co-worker of hers, and she picked him. She said, you know, I asked him, I said, where do you hang out at on the weekends? He said, oh, I hang out at Coliseum. I said, oh, okay, what nights? And she was saying to me, she said, because he didn't know that I knew what night y'all perform on. And he said, on Thursday nights, Friday nights too. I said, oh, okay, well, my child be there all the time on a Thursday night. And he said, oh, who was your child? She said, I'm pretty sure you probably know her. She performs and everything. So I said, who was your child? She said, Sheena Devine. He said, you are Sheena Devine's mama? And she said he didn't believe it. She said she had to pull out the pictures of us together and show him. The dude treated her out to lunch that day, was giving her money.
Okay.
She called me. She said, baby, I don't know what you're doing out there, but you keep on doing it because, baby, let me tell you what happened.
Because people don't understand, Eugene, that yes, you may be doing drag, but people don't understand actually when you do stuff like that, you're touching lives and you're actually doing ministry. People may not realize that, but that was your ministry. And you were doing ministry. You were touching people's lives and inspiring people. That was your ministry.
So she started coming to the shows, and guess what? Once Mama accepts, everybody else, I don't care. But bitch, whatever. Okay. Fuck it, I'm off the chain now, bitch.
You already know.
One of these shows.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all would think from seeing Sheena that she had 1,001 friends. That circle was like this here. When I say that circle is so tight, I could call every person that was in that circle. Me and Sheena had a thing where we was talking about it on the show. Her significant other at the time had called themselves doing a surprise birthday party. In my mind, I knew that was an epic hell no. But I still show up. Y'all, let me tell you. You ever seen a surprise where a bitch ready to whoop everybody ass that's in their house?
Damn.
Hey, fuck a birthday. Y'all don't get the fuck out.
You know, people carry spirits around. They carry spirits.
Right. That's true.
I thought I was the only person that say that. Spirits are transferable, and it's real.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. That's why you gotta watch who come in your house. I don't want no everybody in my house. And don't go laying no hands on me.
Everybody that knew that was not a part of Eugene's spirit, personality, the way he carried himself. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Was pissed, okay? Didn't give a damn about all the gifts, all the people.
I
So,
just need to know. Yeah, after I saw the crowd, I was good. Okay.
so your
What
mother,
you gonna say?
your mother eventually came around and started accepting your living your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Did your father ever accept it?
He was forced to, and it's so funny how this happened. I disappeared from my family for 5 years. They saw me beginning stages of Sheena just doing the show and coming out of it and still living as Eugene. So after 5 years of me disappearing, I came back curvy in the hips, titties all over the place, face done and everything. And long pony at that time, we was doing stuffed twists with the long ponytail, the 30-inch ponytail. So my brother, God bless his dead, we was at my nephew's party, my older sister's son's party. And my father was there. I'm standing right in front of my father. At the time, I had on my Melissa's, the hoochie mama shorts, the titties showing and everything. I'm just sitting there sipping my drink. And my brother said, remember you said you want to see your son again? Right in front of my daddy.
Listen.
He said, and I'm a junior.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was hard though.
So let me tell you. So he said, remember you said you want to see Gene? He said, yeah, where he at? He said, he right over there. So it's two dudes standing behind me. And I'm standing in front of the dude. He said, what? Which one is it? Which one is it? Said he right there. So my daddy's drunk. He not comprehending. He said, oh, which one is it? He said, oh, how you doing, your lady? So which one is right there? Which one? Which one? My brother came over here. He said, he right here. My daddy looked, put his drink down. He pulled out his pocket knife. He said, come on here, my man. Come on here. Come on. This got real disrespect. He's evil. He hated gay people. We walked up in the house. And as soon as I walked in the door, my mom said, where you going? I said, I'm finna go in here and see what's up. At this time, I'm talking, turning my ponytail because I'm finna lay this bitch out. You wasn't around when I was a child. So this is what it is. Let's go. So before I can even get in the door good, mama pushed me out the way. Jumped in my daddy's face, pointing him in the head and carrying on. You ain't gonna do nothing to her. You ain't gonna do shit to her. You ain't gonna carrying on. Mama was a superhero. He calmed down immediately. He said, well, damn, my man, damn. He said, you still my child, but damn, it's a big old change. I said, hey, I'm doing good without you. I'm good. I'm saying, but you want to finish this? He said, no, I ain't got no problems. Yeah, because me and my mom was going to tear that ass up.
Wow. That is so interesting. So your siblings, your brother and sisters, they had no problem.
No, and then my older brother didn't know. He didn't know what I looked like. He only heard that I crossed over into being a transgender woman. I was walking down the street one day. He was walking behind me, and at the time, Sheena was wearing really skimpy stuff. You know, all the breasts were showing with the tattoos, hoochie mama shorts in Miami.
And your brother trying to holler.
He was at it. He said, damn, what's up? What's up? And at the time, we're walking to my sister's house. He just think I'm one of my sister's friends. I'm not. He said, oh, you know her? I said, you know her? I wanted to say, hey, Quet. She bust out laughing. Said, damn, you know her? Said, yeah, that's your little brother. He was through.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's so funny.
But he was the only one out of the entire family to ask me what made me go into it. And I told him I had a fear of drag queens to begin with. A part of it was also anger with my family for calling me all those faggot names when I was a young child like that. And also curiosity. So those are the three things that actually made up the illusion of Sheena. It was the throw it back in your face, and I'm gonna look good as fuck because I'm gonna let y'all have it. And I ain't even no female, but I'm gonna let y'all have it, and I'm gonna get into these shows and I'm gonna be famous, I'm gonna make a lot of money, I'm gonna travel. These were all my desires, and I did it.
Yes, you did. You
did a hell of a good job at it. Wow,
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question,
Yes.
Eugene?
Yes.
When you were still Sheena, I know RuPaul's Drag Race had started. Had you ever auditioned?
No, because at that time RuPaul was not taking transgender women.
Oh, Ru was being discriminatory back then.
If you had any,
actually no, the show is called Drag Race. So everybody's a drag queen. The
They wanted only
live as a
drag
woman.
queens.
A drag queen takes it off.
Yes, that's what they wanted.
They wanted what?
Drag
queen. A drag queen can take it off. That's why they're called drag queens, because they could be a girl at night and a boy during the day. That's
yes.
If you live as a woman, yeah, they didn't accept you back then.
Live as a woman 24/7. Some have the breast, the hips.
So they felt like that would be an advantage.
It could have been, because that's why I did the add-on with the silicone, because with my costuming, I did not want to be limited on any costuming. If I wanted to take off all my clothes and shake around that motherfucking stage like a stripper bitch, I did it.
And you did?
I did. If I wanted
And
to
did it well.
A gown, I don't want to.
You sure did.
I don't want to pad up. I want to slip on the dress. Let's go. Because I'm doing these shows. At that time, I was doing like shows like 5 times a week, and also I was working a daytime job. So I didn't have that type of time to get off of work, go shower. Oh, I gotta pad up. It's already there. Let's go. Make this money.
Oh, so you were kind of like how, because I talked to somebody I know talked to Carrie Davenport, and she was like, that's why she went and got all the add-on, because even when he's in boy clothes, I still don't want to have to worry about padding, doing the only thing he got to do is put on the breastplate. Other than that, keep it going.
It's a business.
So what advice would you have?
And let's face it, sex sells.
Exactly.
And the sexier you are, the more money you make. Let's just call it what it is. Sex sells.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you. In 15 minutes.
Let me tell you what gave Eugene / Sheena the advantage. Eugene is small.
Small and petite.
So when you think of a woman, you think of short, small, petite.
Small and petite.
He literally gives you a look. How tall are you? 5'4"?
I'm only 5'5".
Yeah. He gives you Lil' Kim vibes.
Yes.
Like when she
You
first came
5'5"?
out.
I was gonna say 4'11".
Not that shit right now. Not that shit right now. Let's be clear. Back in the days, Lil' Kim. Short in stature, and a lot of the shows that was done was to Lil' Kim.
Yeah, it was.
He fit the bill. Fit the whole fucking bill.
Yes.
And then the mannerisms, I learned that automatically from growing up. All I saw was women in front of me, so it's in my face. I'm growing up. Oh, this how you eat. This how you walk around. This how you blend in. Okay.
So you almost like Tyler Perry said, the Medea character became is a product of his aunts and aunties and all his female family members that he was around. So that's where he learned all the mannerisms. So you became your aunts and your cousins, your girl cousins, your mama.
I knew what to put on, the hair and everything. I
remember when you used to host that Cashmere, the real Cashmere.
Oh yes.
The real. You don't remember? You hosted one time. I did. I think I did "Sexy Love" by Neo many years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, way back. And then I used to. Didn't you ever host at the Coliseum too?
Not really. That sexy hosted that, but I was performing all the time.
All the time, yeah.
So, what advice would you give to a young person that's wanting to transition and they're contemplating on, do I want to add on or do I not want to add on, but still want to transition?
I would say only transition only if you want to be a woman forever. Just recently, Tony, I'm so happy. Thank God. I was able to finally get a definite surgery date. So my surgery date is already set. Now I'm about to go ahead and book my flight now because everything is set and paid for. So
And that's
thank God for that.
super
So I'm so happy for that because I'm limited now on clothing. What I really want to wear. It's just the same person. I like to dress sexy. I like, showing my shape off. So,
So what do you have to remove?
You know.
I'm going to get the top removed and then my bottom removed.
So when you go to the gym,
Go ahead, Tony. You can act. Look, we're grown.
So you're taped down right now?
No, I'm not taped down actually. And then the trans men have been 100% helpful throughout my transition. So they told me what to get. It's the little secret of the what they got going on. It's actually a chest binder, so I'm not limited on my tank tops like how I want to wear them. So when I go to the gym, I'm chest binder. Okay. I know how to do it, whereas you don't see nothing.
Well, your 36Ds is not showing.
Oh no, you're not gonna see those. Even with my voice, you're not gonna see those.
Okay. So how long did it take you to develop your body? Because you got a boy body now, and it's banging.
Thank you. Actually, when I started my transition back in 2017, I started doing push-ups. I would do 20 push-ups in the morning, 20 push-ups at night, every night to get me going. And when I finally decided to cross over completely, which was in January of 2018, I hired a trainer, and he started training me in the gym. So 2018 to now, I'm still not there though, but yeah.
I saw your pictures in Texas and your videos on your Facebook page.
Yes.
You was wilding that.
And you done got a hold of my barber.
Who is your barber?
Cam.
Who?
Cam that did your twist and your edge up. Cam.
Oh, okay. With his shady ass.
We don't go to, but it's the truth. I ain't saying you a liar. It's the truth anyhow.
Shady ass, but he'd be cool.
Wow, that's so interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
So I had to do it. It was like mentally, I had some rough moments where I wanted to give up. So I understand, for those young ones, if you don't want to be like that for the rest of your life, if you don't want to die like that, man.
Esther Green said, did you apply your own makeup?
Yeah, I did my own makeup. Naisha Dupree, actually from Atlanta, Georgia, sat me down and taught me the steps on how to do makeup. I still can to this day. I didn't throw away my makeup because eventually I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to paint somebody. So, okay, let me jump in there for prom season, do a few faces.
So you're going to do the makeup artistry?
Yeah, probably on the side. I don't want to really do it because I had a bad experience. It wasn't too bad. That star is going to remain nameless, but I...
Well, Eugene, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What would you say to youth that is, going through those feelings and things that you felt, and then they're embarking on bullying?
What you mean? Like, what would I say to him? Like, to deal
how
with
to
it?
handle, being bullied and being shamed at a young age.
Still be yourself, regardless.
Whoop a ass?
Huh?
Whoop a ass?
If it comes down to it, if somebody invades your personal space, you better be ready for it. I know I was. I never had that problem though. But I always made sure I let them know, okay, you come around here and fuck with me if you want to. I'm gonna beat your ass, or I'm gonna try to kill you because how I'm thinking is you trying to take my life.
Right.
So I set the record straight. I didn't have any problems from elementary all the way to high school. I didn't have any problems at all. But I would just say be yourself 100%. That's all you know how to be. That's all I was. I was really, really gay in school. Very, very gay. Very, very out. I didn't care. I just did me.
Now, when you were right after high school or in high school, when did you start working? When you was in high school or after high school?
In high school. Mama didn't play that.
Okay, so when you were working, I guess you were already making your transition.
Well, I started working at 16. I didn't start making any transitions. I started putting on the fake nails with the stones on it around 19 years old. But I was still walking around as Eugene, you know, looking really, really gay with the Gumby. Yeah, Tony, you heard that? The nails.
Okay. So I always had the long nails.
Yeah.
So you worked as Eugene.
Yes, at the bank, at Barnett Bank.
So even after you made the transition and became Sheena, were you still working as Eugene?
No, when I made the transition in 2020, no, 2000, sorry. I know I started working as Sheena.
So you had everything legally changed?
No. My ID still said Eugene.
So you were Sheena looking, but your paycheck said Eugene?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
That's how it was back then. We went into the name changes and all that. You know, we ain't had that much gay rights like that.
Okay. Now as a gay man, how do you feel about gay marriages?
Woo. You want me to be honest?
Be all the way.
If that's what you want to do it. For me, it's a no.
And why?
I just know when it comes down to the belief, me personally, everybody's sin.
This is the show. There's no tissue feelings.
Okay,
say it the way you want to say it.
So if the Bible says homosexuality is wrong, it's wrong. So I don't want to commit up under God, up under those pretenses with my faith. Tony, where you going?
But actually, Eugene, you should have been a part of the conversation Tuesday because we discussed that, and it's really, and I understand because of what we were taught, but it's really not a sin, but it's just what we were taught and what we were told. So we don't know any better because we've been taught that for many years, and so we don't know any better.
Actually, just go back and watch Tuesday's show. You'll be feeling
go watch it Tuesday. Go watch the show.
Yes, Pastor Will Horn. He was so informative.
Okay, I will.
And he was so great. We actually want to have him back again in the future when we come back on our second season.
Why y'all can't have both of us on there?
We can.
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, so you already want to come back?
Yeah, I can. I like this. This is a good vibe. My Friday night will start after this.
Pastor Green says, Eugene, thank you for your honesty. You are the realest.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try to be. I was brought up, my mama was very blunt on everything. She was a Capricorn. Everybody, if you know a Capricorn, you know how that goes. Mm-hmm. They love money and they don't hold anything back.
Come on now. Capricorn's in the house, baby.
And they love their children.
Yes, we love our children. Yes.
Mama was that hard about her kids.
Shut up, Legacy. Let the Capricorns have a moment. Shut your ass up. Go ahead on, Eugene.
So I was raised around Queen Capricorn.
Get him, Miss Adrian.
Yes.
She was we knew about the streets before
That's right.
Hit double digits.
My sons will tell you, when my sons were younger, they used to be like, I was like, listen, don't come in my house with no dicks burning, no babies, because I don't want to hear it, okay? And my sons will tell you, you taught us about condoms at 5 and 6. I did. And I even asked them motherfuckers when they started fucking, did they want me to show them how to use a condom? They was like, come on, ma, listen. Because I'm the one you're going to have to call if some shit go down. And I'm the one that's going to have to go to doctors with you. Yeah. So if you need me to show you how to do it, let's do it. Okay? Because I don't want to hear about no dicks burning and no babies while y'all teenagers. Because you know better. We talks. Shit.
Which is why I stay always wrapped up. I'm already set for the night. I'm good. See?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But that's also because I'm a mama's boy, so I didn't want any news to travel back to her that something happened to her son, or if I went in the hospital or something, she would not at that time would not have been able to handle that.
Well, I guess that's one of the perks of being married. I don't have to use none of them.
I mean, if I can snag me one round here, these hoes around here, boy.
I heard about you and your sex life, Eugene.
Get out of here! What?
Say what?
And it wasn't from me.
I can't see.
Hit him, Steven.
Huh?
I'm gonna type it in the private chat, and you tell me if it's okay if I say it. Can you see the private chat?
I don't know.
Tony, you didn't upload no old videos of Sheena or any of that?
A little red button on the screen, Eugene.
Huh?
You'll see like a little red 1, 2, or 3 on the screen.
I see a chat that say 12.
That's it.
Oh, Tony, you could have just said it. Let me see.
Go over to where it say private.
Private chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they said you. Oh yeah, you can say that. I'm a power top.
Yeah, they said you be climbing the kids' back.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. We are in the club. That's what I'm saying. Power to the power tops.
And that was even when I was Sheena at that time, and at the time, that's another thing too. I always attracted the straight men or the men that was married, and I got tired of banging straight boys.
I think what it is, and like I was trying to tell somebody, is the straight boys, they're fascinated with the glamour, the beauty, the breasts, the hips, and all that. And I can have a penis too. So
they be wanting to be dominated,
right? So they're being because think about it, because if they're home, they already have a wife that's submissive to them. So they want to come out and find you and be submissive to you.
but it's not like that just with trans, because Tony, I told you several times I had that experience being the top two. They have a whole life at home.
Hold the hell up. No, you ain't gonna slide that one by there. No, don't listen to that bullshit. Maybe some of them, Eugene, the ones that I know that I'm around that I know. Don't want none of that.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you, Tina.
Tina said, "Hey, ATL fam."
Hey. So don't listen to that. Don't listen to that crazy philosophy Tony just spewed. I know you're gonna be a few people.
No, what legacy? What he's trying to say is
you gotta say it better than that.
No, what he was saying.
He's speaking from experience, based on his experience.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Eugene. I'm not talking about.
I'm talking about what Tony just said.
What I said was based on his experience. I'm not a transgender. So I didn't hear that part. I can't speak on that, legacy, because I'm not a transgender. So what I was saying was I was interpreting what Eugene was feeling, what you thought.
What I experienced, and the last dude up here that I was playing around with, he was every bit of 6'4", 6'5", long dreads down his ass and mouth full of goals, tatted up.
Oh yes,
he was very there. We did.
Eugene, I can definitely agree with you, because being down here in West Palm, if you be out 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, that's exactly what you see out tipping with transgenders. That you be like, bro, me and you were just at the stove kicking and talking thug shit.
But the thing about him is, we talked about before he met up with me at my place. We talked about me topping him. And soon as Daddy walked through the door and I pulled off that dress, Daddy seen that ass. He said, "I'm finna fuck you." I said, That's not what we discussed. He said, "No, I'm finna." And we tussled. I had to tussle this man. I had to throw this man around the room.
You was Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, about my life? Oh no.
But like Tony was saying, it's a fantasy because I've been with several supposed to be straight guys, like he said, with dreads goals, that would say to me, in my relationship, I'm the dominant with my girlfriend or my wife. But when I get with you, I want you to treat me like I'm your bitch, and you become my daddy. And
it reverse,
because when I'm in the bedroom, ooh, get this pussy, daddy. Get this big old strong man. Get this pussy, daddy. No joke. No joke. And I sure got it too.
I ain't gonna expose them.
Wow.
I was having it at the time. So
it ain't I saw one dude and his girlfriend on the bus. Like we ain't know each other.
Because I even had now I'm not a female impersonator. I'm not a trans, but I've had guys who have met me like on chat line, gay chat lines, and will ask me, "Well, do you do drag or can you dress up?" Just to get with them. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, I don't. And then they didn't want to get with me because that's what they were looking for.
Yes.
And so what is it? I got a question. So what is it with the men that are fascinated with being women, but they want to dress up like women and they're not gay? Because I've met several men and I've never gone past meeting them. Because if I did, I'd tell y'all I'm an open book.
You talk about cross-dressers.
They're cross-dressers because I've met several men that were men and they were men in the street and they weren't gay, but they liked being dressed up and they wanted to be with a woman. What is that?
Those are super
fetishes.
Yeah, fetishes. They're not
just like you have men that are straight that love to be pegged by their girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you know what pegging is? They love their girl to strap on a good old dildo, and blow their back.
Or stick their finger in their ass or something like that.
No, it's got to be more than the finger. You got to do more than the finger.
Breathe legacy.
This is when they making them come over to us. Okay, well I done had the rubber dick, so let me get the real dick.
That's what old boy told me. He said, I'm tired of the dildo. I want the real thing.
Yeah. They want some heat behind it.
That part.
Sort of like that toy I was sick of before I got me this young man. You know what I'm saying? Because that toy ain't had no heartbeat. You know, I might invent me one. A dildo with a heartbeat and heat. I might do that because, see, I got tired of not having no heat, no real pressure behind it.
You was my auntie, please. Can you be my auntie?
Yep.
All right, you my auntie.
I am.
Everybody auntie.
You know what? That's what they call me, Auntie Adrian. It is. Because listen here. Listen, whatever comes up comes out. I talk shit. I talk shit to anybody. I don't discriminate. Children. Anybody, I don't give a damn who you are. I talk my shit. If you don't want to hear it, then go on now. My children, because listen, when my kids were growing up, my house was always the good time house. Not because the children could come in there and do what they want and be respectful, but I don't trust people around my children. So if the children was at my house where I could lay eyes on them, if that meant I had to cook all the time or whatever, I felt comfortable with my kids and their friends in my house so I could watch them, see what was going on. But my children used to always tell their friends, now I'm going to tell you now, when you meet my mom, she gonna say anything out of her mouth. Don't take it personal. Don't be scared, because she might say anything out of her mouth. True to this day.
Eugene, I have a question, Eugene.
Yes.
A lot of
shit. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all.
a lot of girls, a lot of guys, girls, transgender, drag queens, when they're first making their transition, they go into sex work. Did you ever have to do sex work, or did you ever do sex work?
I did sex work for like 3 months, maybe not even a whole 3 months. I was always scared that my mom was gonna be in that corner on the whole stroll in Miami and see me and beat my ass.
And you know she would have.
She didn't play. She didn't bullshit with us.
Okay.
I'm lost. So Cause somebody, I don't even know if I want to know.
Legacy. Take one deep breath in and take a deep breath and take a deep breath. Come on, take one cleansing deep breath in.
Okay.
And let it out.
Just so that I can put this in my memory bank.
Yeah.
In the cerebral. The undula oblongata. Tony, somebody tell me what is that thing I was just talking about? What is that?
What is
what thing?
Sex work?
Yeah, tell me what that is.
Prostitute.
That's selling the backdoor cat, the brown eye.
Or the front door.
Being a hoe, legacy, being a hoe, that's all.
Oh,
being a hoe, legacy.
That's all you had to say, Tony. All you had to do was say backdoor cat and hoe. I would have knew exactly what it was.
But
the man was paying for dick.
Instead of giving it away, they was putting a price on it.
Legacy, that's what
right.
The man was paying for.
See, legacy, you give it away for free. You don't put a price on it. You give away the sausage for free. You don't put a price on it.
Now, with your experience of doing sex work, okay, this is my question, because I often thought about if I ever had to escort or sell or do sex work. I'm the type of person, I'm so picky, choicey. Certain things cause me to erect and certain things don't. So I can't get with a person I'm not physically attracted to, regardless of how much you're paying, and still maintain an erection. So how does that happen as a sex worker?
That's where you have to look at the movies of other boys.
Viagra.
While they down there doing that thing, you're not even paying no attention. You just look at the movie, like whatever. I'm still in my heart though, but go ahead and suck this meat. I'm gonna just look at this video.
Okay.
I done been on a lot of I done been on a lot of shows from November to today. Today, you're working the shit out of me.
But honestly, what he's saying, legacy, is true, because I ain't even gonna lie, I've done sex work. And I've had those old, crotchety old white men that I was not attracted to at all. And I had to make my rent and make sure my bills was paid. I would sit up there with my phone, just like this here. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Not paying them no attention.
No attention.
Not one bit of attention.
Now, in the midst of the sex work, did y'all ever get involved with or did you, Eugene, ever get involved with like heavy drugs? Because I know also drug usage comes with the whole dynamic.
Once again, I was always scared of mama. Even after I became grown, she was a feisty lady. God rest her soul. She was a feisty one, and her mouth was something, a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Her words alone would have tore you apart.
Even right now, my mom was like your mom. That mouth. So even though my mom was not here, your mom was not here, but you still hear her. When you get ready to do things, you still hear her voice.
Yep.
Don't play with me.
I'm still here.
So
don't play with me.
The mothers, they still watching over us. They still got our back.
They got to. I mean, that's something they want. Mama always worried about us even as adults, hanging out to the clubs or just out and about. And I'm all the way here in Atlanta. She all the way in Miami. She was always calling a constant. You okay? I just be so worried about y'all. So she got her gift. Mama passed away quietly in her sleep, and be around here just still lurking.
Do you think, Mama? Do you think?
But I'm glad Mama already knew. Mama would ask me questions like, "Okay, so are you having sex in the ass?" Like that kind of stuff. So she already knew. I was in the top. We had that open policy. So shit.
That would have been me and my kids. Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Eugene, if your mama would have still been living, we should have had her on the show too. Her and Miss Adrian. Well, that would have been a tough show.
She would have been right here on the side of me, talking, smoking her blunt, and having her drink, talking her shit.
Kamal said that would be a great show.
Eugene, we just had a show a few weeks ago where we had parents
Yes.
of LGBT children on the show, and it was amazing. It was an excellent show.
Nice.
We have some excellent topics now.
It was.
I'm gonna say this from a heterosexual perspective, it is enlightening to be learning so much from different parameters of life and different people, and because I think that the world is narrow-minded about a lot of things because it's so taboo. Definitely having you here tonight, and then having Will last week. Well, Tuesday. It's just nice to be able to sit down and have open dialogues and being able to hear the perspective of someone else side, other than being trained to and conditioned to dislike someone based off of their lifestyle. And me, I enjoy it, because a lot of times I have friends that ask me, how do you embark on being on shows where y'all talk about homosexuality and things, and that's not something that you indulge in. And I tell them all the time, it's a learning experience, something that, with me being part of this show and with TeAma and Savage and Tony, even Miss Adrian and Don, a lot of times, just being, you have to be open-minded because people live different lives. And it's not always the way grandmama and mama them, anticipating on life to be for their kids. So, it just teaches me, because I don't know why it's coming to me in this perspective of life, but I don't know what life has prepared for me. I got 6 boys and 1 girl. So, I'm learning every day to deal with stuff that I don't even know that I may have to deal with or may not ever have to deal with. But it's just intriguing being a part of it.
You got 6 kids?
I got 7.
7? So who's the hoe?
6 boys and 1 girl.
Who's the hoe?
Yeah, Miss Adrian.
So who's the hoe? I'm a side. Promiscuous for you.
Get them.
Promiscuous for you.
Let me ask you, Eugene.
Yes.
So, is there any amount of money that could cause, okay, before I say this, we do know that Tyler Perry has brought Medea out of retirement. Is there any amount of money that could bring Sheena back?
I'm good. Oh, the last show when I was doing it, when I was backstage doing my makeup, I was saying, "Oh, I can't wait for this to be over with." Lord, it's a lot to go through mentally and physically, because a couple of nights before the show, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep well because I wanted to make sure everything was together. I wanted to make sure at least I hit, okay, I hope I can hit at least $1,000. And so all of this is going through my head. And while I'm,
No, Don Allen did
$5 super chat.
All right. Yeah. That's what's up.
I do love you, Anthony, TeAma Legacy, and T Savage. Love all of y'all.
Thank you. Love you too.
So it was a lot to process mentally, and then getting ready backstage and putting on the hair and tucking and
So you saying Tyler Perry come to you, done did a little research and saw you and offered you that good $250,000 to portray about 30 minutes on the show?
I ain't stupid, man.
I'm a slingshot that ass in
Get the fuck
casino.
out of here.
I'm a slingshot that ass in
win,
casino.
And Tyler got them good wigs.
He got the good
Yeah.
Let's go, Tyler. I need the good wig.
You won't even have to do your makeup because they're going to have the best of the best to get you done.
Let's go.
Okay.
He said he was tired of doing the drag and being dressed like a woman and stuff. He ain't said it was no fool now.
Nah, come on.
Hey, look,
Shit.
that's a job.
That's a
Yeah,
job.
it is.
On
That's a
set.
job. Because I am a performer.
Yeah, it's an entertaining, providing a fantasy. It's
That's
acting.
right. I am a performer. Don't get it twisted, bitches. Get that check right. Bring them coins, honey. Watch me pull that dress out real quick.
I commend you women. You do a lot. I tell you that.
Are you currently involved in a relationship?
No, I'm a hoe. I live in
A.T.L. hoes.
I live in A.T.L.
At least he's proud of it. I know that's right. He's proud.
I'm single. I live alone. I work. You know, I'm good over
Living
here.
your best life. So for the fans, your viewers, the followers, where could they find you? How can they reach Eugene? Do you have Instagram? Do you have Facebook? Do you have email?
They can reach me on Facebook, Eugene Hayes, Instagram, Gene305, and that's it now, Tony. I'm giving out no more information.
Exactly.
Emails, nah. Send me but naked pictures.
What's next for Eugene? What can we expect?
After my surgery, it's time to get a house, and I'm gonna settle on down. I'm good.
Have you ever thought about entering the pageant system as Eugene?
I'm good.
Because I'm thinking about doing it. Yeah.
I'm good. You know, you spend more than you make in that industry. You're spending $10,000 to win $3,000.
Even as a guy, because I thought there was more on the female impersonator side. Even as a guy.
Even if
spend all that money.
They spending all that money to win less than what you put in. So
no, then
you're right.
Because it's more bragging rights.
Bragging rights is a hobby, really, but some people make it as a job. Huh?
An opportunity for stardom.
Yes, that's what it is.
So it's kind of like balls, like when you win a ball. Even
but
though
on the ballroom scene, they don't do a lot. You can win $5,000 just walking across the stage. Whereas a pageant, you got 5 or 6 categories. You got them 5 or 6 outfits.
Hey, Eugene, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for you. I think you're the perfect person to answer. How do you feel about transgenders playing in sports? Like if you transition from a man to a woman and now you're playing in women's sports. How do you feel about it?
No. Like I said, it's something that you put on.
Mm-hmm.
So you put it on the woman illusion. But physically, as far as your body structure and your muscles, just like women can't really hold silicone in their bodies. Men can, because our muscles are a lot stronger than women.
But when I ask that question, I'll ask that question because it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
No,
you know, it's like when you say that, you know, transgenders should be treated as, I'm talking about people that are actually going through the process of transforming over. I ain't just saying one day I want to be a dude. I'm talking about this is what you want to be. And you want people to say, okay, well, respect that person as a woman instead of speaking to that woman as a man. And then, okay, because we have kids we have high school kids that are performing that young men are transforming over in the transgender life and are participating in women's sport and are dominating. But we also have a border where women are still straight women that want to transition into men's sport and say we want to be respected as women and be able to play in a man's sport. So how do you decipher between that?
It just comes down to that decision with the sports people themselves. Me personally, I don't think it would be fair for a trans woman to compete against a woman in any sport because
the strength isn't the same.
The strength and the muscles. the body built. What
Right, because it don't matter how much hormones you take,
I don't
you're
give a
still
fuck.
you still a man on the inside. It's still there.
And when I was on hormones, my dick still was getting hard every morning. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Shit.
I was still erected in the mornings. That's my
I still get a
nature.
little moist when I see a good looking man. Shit. So you know what I mean?
See, that's just the nature.
It is what it is.
It gets a little wet. Yeah.
A little bit.
I don't care how fishy I look when I was leaving home, going home after the shows and the pageants. I was putting on my boxes and my tank top. Y'all didn't know that. Y'all thought I was going home to pink feather. No. It got real and shrill when I got home.
So you didn't have on the teddy with the little fur around the neck?
No, baby. Any of my close friends and my kids saw the real deal. When we got home, oh shit, that's daddy. Yeah.
Take it out.
I gotta, loosen up.
Get loose.
Yeah.
So Eugene, you say you have children, right?
Yes, I have kids.
Biological?
No.
Okay.
No.
Like Don Allen is my child.
I mean, I was wondering, but the way he said it was more like he had actually,
No, like Tony don't say it any different either when he say I'm his child. You don't say it any different.
Right, because we were actually raised them. If their parents was not accepting to their lifestyle,
right.
I took them in.
Okay,
come on, you can move.
Same thing with Tony, because Tony's been my mama for over 15 years.
See,
after my mama beat me up and threw me out the house as a grown man, still Tony is the only one that accepted me, took me, and that was my mama. And he's been my mama ever since.
Still go to work, still go to school, you still got to do, you still have to live an actual life along with being gay. That's what I taught him. I was still going to work, still doing my shows. I'm living the example of what you should be doing, because this is something that automatically you have to do anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been very interesting and very enlightening, to say the least.
Oh, no problem. You have the guts to ask the question. I have the guts to answer it. Just be ready for that answer, though.
All right, now.
Okay. I'm wondering how it was going to go. And I didn't want to step on toes or say the wrong thing. I'm like, oh.
Oh, no, you're good.
And I told you.
I know you're not doing it intentionally to be rude like that. So
right. Because I love myself some Sheena. Yes.
Yeah.
But
I didn't want to be pushed out of the way. I wanted to leave with y'all wanting more. That's how you do it.
Right. So
and it don't matter. You always do.
And you're always welcome to come back. And everyone has heard the truth right here.
Yes.
So he didn't transition back because religious family and the family was outskirting him and didn't want to be bothered with him. So all those are false lies and rumors. And so you heard the truth right here on the A.T.L show.
The blueprint, bitch.
Yeah. Some of my family still want
paper feelings. This is not the place for you.
Exactly. Exactly. So anything else you ladies or young men want to ask our guest tonight?
Oh, thank you just for sharing your story with us. I think it's enlightening.
My pleasure.
Right. Even though you the transition back to Eugene, you still gonna always be auntie to the Wade family, because I was over our grandfather Wade. I was Fred's daddy. So you still gonna be auntie.
The Wade fighting ass family.
We would go from West Point to Fort Lauderdale and Miami, and my grandchildren and children would be up there fighting, and they'd be like, "Granddad, hold my bag right quick, Granddad," because they know Granddaddy wasn't gonna fight. I told myself, Fred, I'm not fighting with you, my children, or none of my grandkids. I ain't fighting. Granddaddy, they know Granddaddy will hold your coat and your jacket and stuff. Granddaddy not finna fight.
No,
that is a lie.
Okay.
For that.
I just want to thank Ms. Adrienne for sitting in for T Savage. I really appreciate you being here. You did a wonderful job. I'm proud of you for reading the letter and everything. I thank you. I appreciate you for being our roving reporter, our last minute host. Thank you for sitting in. And again, I just want to remind everybody, if you missed Tuesday's show, definitely go back and watch Pastor Will Horn. The show was phenomenal. It was awesome. And definitely purchase his book. The book is definitely a must read. It's called The Handbook. So definitely buy the book, watch the show. And if you're new and you're just coming on, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're on our road to 5,000 subscribers. And we have a special treat for you once we hit 5,000.
No, we don't.
And then,
when is you gonna just get with the program? I'm the boss. Period.
TeAma, do you want to share with them what the treat is once we hit 5,000?
Okay, so Eugene, you haven't been on here. Legacy was starting to get a pudge, so then he went back to the gym and he bringing sexy bike.
Oh, okay.
So when we get to 5,000, he gonna get a ladies and gents a strip show. I'm his manager. I get 20%.
I want a real show,
He
a
gonna
real
stop
gift.
playing and he gonna get these coins.
Oh, that was him back in the day.
Legacy the Great, and let go.
Kia Echo said hi, everybody.
Hey, Kia.
Hey, Kia.
Hi, Kia.
So definitely hit that subscribe button and help us get to 5,000. Help us get to 5,000. And I just want to apologize also to everybody. I was gonna have my book ready for y'all by June, but because we were trying to get everything ready for all of the shows, the A.T.L shows, it kind of delayed me. But since we're taking the month of July off, I'm going to focus solely on the book. So my book will be out hopefully in July. So it's coming soon. So
Well, but that should be.
Well, y'all gonna be gone. I'm gonna miss y'all.
So my book will be out in July.
I'm gonna miss y'all, but I'll be doing my thing in July, so it'll be all right.
So yeah, definitely log on to Amazon and get Will's book. Anything else? Anybody? Hold on, I got some comments up here. Tina Mo and Kia.
She said, "What are we talking about tonight?"
Girl, we not finished, girl.
Girl, we finna go home, honey. Don't even sit down. Don't take your coat off. Don't sit down.
Okay.
You already have to sit over there by the door. We finna go home, baby.
I'm finna go
watch the recap.
You may want to watch the recap, baby. You know the show starts at 9.
Yeah, sweetie.
You're definitely late, honey. Don't take your coat off.
No, sweetie, don't get comfortable, sweetie.
Yeah, keep up by the door. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
Yeah, we're going to take it out like this. Donala, we appreciate you coming on, standing there and doing your thing. Miss Adrian, you and Savage are definitely true villains and keep me on my toes. I love you both.
Get him. Every chance y'all get
The
him.
original TeAma. Eugene, it's been a
TeAma, I
pleasure.
need some jewelry.
But before,
girl, hit me up.
I need you to tell them one more time, baby.
A.T.L.